Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So today, dokkan, well, they didn't release it, but they did download has information for the new mission for Festival Battles. So for the new mission, we have to run Extreme AGL, Extreme Tech, and Extreme Int. So that's going to be a bit tricky just because Extreme Tech only last Broly just came out. Actually, Extreme Tech's not the battle one. The battle one's like Extreme AGL. So we're going to head over and look at a few teams we can use for this. It shouldn't be too tricky, but it's not gonna be easy. It's definitely not gonna be easy. The first mission was just run a regular team. Just run a regular team and bring an STR type. That's it. The first one, just bring an STR type and you're good. You know, you're gonna complete it. Because you're gonna run Susan Force, and you're running Vegeta Trunks, and you're good. But this one's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be tricky. So let's head over to the game and let's look at it. So over here I have the teams are like the AGL Broly I have here. It's just as a placeholder. You know, don't actually run AGL Broly. You're gonna get squashed. This is for Tech Broly. This is for the new Broly, but obviously he's not in game yet, so I can't put him there. I can't, like, yeah. But this team, Exploding Rage, is the team for this. So you have the Broly's new leader skill. You're gonna run 2 Brolys on there. Obviously, Tech Broly, the leader. Frieza, he stacks on his 18 key attack and defense, and then on his 12 key attacks, Frieza's attack. He's gonna hit hard, but defense-wise, I'm not too sure how he'll do. But he have the 440% leader skill. He's raising defense. He's raising attack. So attack-wise, he'll be fine. Defense-wise, we have to see yet. Next character we have Int Broly. Int Broly's a bit iffy. You know, I'm not too sure how he'll work, but he really raises attack, so he'll hit hard, and he's raising defense. Now he does raise defense, but not too much. And he has, I believe, 26 damage reduction, 26% damage reduction, then 18% damage reduction when there's a Pure Saiyans category enemy, Hyper Saiyans, or movie heroes. Now that's gonna work against Gogeta, Vegito, because their actual units are Pure Saiyans. They're not like the card itself does not exist under the fusion category. Like, yeah, so they exist under the Vegeta and Trunks. No, fucking Vegeta and Trunks. They exist under their category. Where are they? They exist under these categories, and they're Pure Saiyans, and then Gogeta's also movie heroes. So it's fine for that. He works. Kind of. You know, he has a decent amount of damage reduction. You know, Blue Goku, you don't have to say much. Like Blue Bros, you don't have to say anything about it. They're good. They're gonna beast it up. This guy stacks attack and defense on his 18 key over here. That's not it. Look over here. Nope, that's not either. On 12 key, doesn't do shit. But on his 18 key, he raises attack, and on his 18 key, he greatly raises defense. That's the proper way you want to do it. You want to raise attack and then greatly raise defense, because greatly raise defense is 50%, which is the one you need the most. And then you'll raise your attack slowly but surely. Raising your attack is important, but your defense is the most important part, until a certain point, honestly. And then in my Goku, it's just in my Goku. I do believe there's nothing else on Exploding Rage. Let's see. Exploding Rage. Yeah, so that's the kind of team looks like. You could take Goku off and put in HL Zamasu on there if you want to do that. I don't know. Like, you could do that instead of Freeze as well. He might be better. He raises attack and defense for 1. He goes to merge Zamasu. He raises attack and defense down here. And I think it's like 4 attacks per turn, I believe. Or 3 attacks after using attack. Oof. Okay, that's a bit harder to do. But I guess earlier in the fight, you can get up to 3 additional super attacks, or 3 super attacks. Which 3 stacks per turn is not bad. It's not bad. You could run him. It's a bit trickier, but you can run him. You also run his Bardock. His Bardock also stacks. Raise attack on his 12 key. And really raises defense on his 18 key. Kind of the opposite of Goku here. Goku raises defense on 12 key. And then raises attack and defense on 18 key. So it's kind of like, which one do you want? Let's see what else. What other characters will be on here that raise? I mean, this guy raises attack, but I think it's only up until Perfect Cell. Yeah, in Perfect Cell, he doesn't really attack, so he doesn't work. Unless you can somehow glitch the game and stay in semi-perfect cell forever. You could do that somehow. I don't know. Yeah, that's it for Exploding Rage category. That's it. That team should be able to work. If with enough good luck, it should be able to work. Everybody's stacking. Everybody's doing their thing. It's gonna be a lot trickier because there's no big Vegito damage. There's nothing like that. Your Brick Broly is gonna have to be main carrier. Broly's gonna carry you. Just because none of these units, apart from the Blue Bros, hit super crazy hard. Like Goku can get really high attack stats, but you also have to feed him quite a bit, and that's not exactly easy to do when you're trying to feed everybody else. It's not easy. Now on to the next team, we got movie bosses and movie heroes. So I'm not too sure. So this one might not work, just because Golden Frieza is not a stacker. I don't believe. Nope. Movie. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Autocorrect. Thank God. There we go. Not full match. Okay, yeah, so here we go. Here's the movie heroes, movie bosses category. Let's put UR just to make it easier. So obviously your leader skill, you're gonna have Tech Golden Frieza as your leader because he leads both categories. The Tech Gods, movie heroes, great. Tech Gohan, movie heroes. Then for your extreme type, you really only have AGL Golden Frieza. There's no other stackers unless you want to, play the lottery with this guy. You have to transform into this guy, and then here he raises attack and defense. I wouldn't recommend it. That's gonna be a bad time for you. The 30% chance to do it every time he comes into a turn. That's not a good time, honestly. And that's really your only stacker for AGL. There's no one else you can really do. So I'll just say bring in Golden Frieza. I'm gonna test him out, see how much damage he will take. But he does not stack, I don't think, for one turn. And I think this isn't raised. I think it's just a one turn buff, just the way it's written. Dokkan needs to like add a comma, like say, Brilliant's attack for one turn and raises defense for one turn. Like don't just make it part of the same sentence. Make it different. Make it different. Okay, so yeah, I mean everything else is self-explanatory. And then for movie bosses, you obviously have Broly again. Broly stacks attack and defense. Unfortunately, he doesn't greatly raise defense. If he did, I think he'd be a perfect option. But raise defense does make it a bit harder. But he should work. He should work. And then the rest of your characters you can choose where you want. You can bring this Gogeta if you want. But with Gogeta, what I'm worried about is damage. At least Gohan stacking attack as well while stacking defense. While Gogeta only stacks defense. So I wouldn't be too proud of him. And then you also have AGL Gogeta. That's your guy. That's your guy. You're going to bring him in. And you're going to crush with him. Now for next team, we have Pure Saiyans. Pure Saiyans is probably your best option. Just bring in Vegito, bring in Gogeta. And then whatever other option you want. You have an extra option. But this Vegeta, I don't have this Scout Vegeta that came out. Don't bring this Vegeta in. This guy's ass. Don't bring him in. No. What I'm talking about is if we go over here, Dokkan Awaken, a cool function of the game. Vegeta, then put AGL, extreme type. God damn it. God damn it. Okay, thank God it's saved. I believe it's this guy you want, right? Yeah, it's this guy. So this guy greatly raises attack and raises defense. So if you have him, bring him. He does well in here. He can do it. He obviously raises attack and defense. This is super attack. And, with a lot of key spheres, he also gets a shit ton of stats, etc., etc. With one AGL key sphere, damage reduction rate 30%. Dodge chance, all this stuff. So he can do it well. That's maybe my choice for Pure Saiyans. That's who you want to bring for Pure Saiyans. But I do believe on Vegeta's team or Gogeta's team, you can bring Frieza if you want. So let's see. If we go over here, successors. I do believe, yeah. Yeah, so AGL Frieza's on here as well. So either AGL Frieza or Merge Zamasu, you can bring him as well. Zamasu or Frieza, you can bring him instead of this. And it'll work just fine. Extreme AGL, just a job, etc., etc. So we go back to Pure Saiyans. Then your next option would be Tech Broly or Vegeta. Now, obviously, I don't have Tech Broly yet, so I've chosen Vegeta here. Vegeta, he does pretty well. I used him to beat my first run ever of Festival Battles. So he can do the job. He definitely can, especially with the new equips now. If you summon the banner and you decide to be dumb, summon and choose Vegeta of all options, you have these special equips. I summoned. I was hoping I'd get 2 dupes out of it. I did not. So now I have 55% Vegeta without the last equip that can be used. But I do have these special equips, which are still nice. Helps a lot with defense. And yeah, so either this Vegeta or Broly is who you want to choose for the Extreme Tech for Pure Saiyans. Now for the next one, it's pretty much in Broly. It's in Broly. It's in Broly. Like, there's no other option. Unless Majin Vegeta gets a surprise EZA and these stacks, that'd be great. That'd be great. But in Broly again is what you're gonna want to choose. If you can somehow get this Frieza to work with Vegeta and Trunks, I would say so as well. My only problem with that Goku and Frieza is they don't quite get there. Like, they're just under the cuff. But if you get Vegeta and Trunks on the team, then yeah, it works. It works. And then yeah, for the rest of the team, you have the 3 extreme types, and then for the rest of the team, you can bring Vegito. Obviously, you should bring Vegito. And then for your last character, you could bring whoever you want. You could bring the Blue Bros if you have them. Super Saiyan 4s, you know, nice counters. The gods if you want some nice solid damage. Over here, the gods. Like, you can bring pretty much anybody who, like, your last option. The last option is really just like who you want for damage. Who do you want? Who's reliable to you? For me, it would be the gods. I like the gods a lot. They do like 5 bajillion attacks that all do like 100 million damage each. Plus, so I like the gods a lot. But because people will say Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but he does not counter for me. I know this is a great chance to counter. He just doesn't counter for me, so I don't like it. But I know people do like it. You know, it's a good option. It is a good option. Don't get me wrong, it's a good option. Blue Bro is also a great option. So really, your last slot in here is just whoever the fuck you want it to be. You got freedom here. You got freedom. You got Gogeta, Frieza, or Vegeta. Vegeta or Broly. Then Broly, then Vegito, and then one option free. Whoever suits your box for that one. And now we're gonna make another team for Battle Fate. Well, never mind. I was gonna make a team for Battle Fate, but there's no Extreme Tech character on Battle Fate that would work. As you can see here, there's no stackers or anything like that. This Vegeta would get crushed. He's not that good. He'd be able to hang in for a little bit, but after a while, he'd just get annihilated. If he gets Super Easy A, if he gets a Super Easy A, then yeah, he probably is a contender. He probably is a contender because right now his base passive is 8% damage reduction, which, I mean, you're always gonna have that. You're always gonna have that just because in Festival Battle you don't drop below 50% HP. You just don't. You go all the way, you die all the way, or you survive all the way. Like, there's no in between. So you'd go in there with 8% damage reduction. So once he gets Super Easy A, he'll obviously have the stats to actually hang in Festival Battles with 8% damage reduction. So defensively, I assume he'll be fine. Attack wise, it's iffy, but like, you know. But let's say he got a Super Easy A. Let's say he got a Super Easy A and we want to run him. Let's say we did that. We did this, bring them. Super Easy A, you know, keep in mind Super Easy A if he gets Super Easy A. Extreme AGL, you gotta either bring him, Zamasu or the Vegeta if he's, I think Vegeta, I mean, it looks like Vegeta's on here, so Vegeta as well. So you have 3 options for AGL. Frieza, Zamasu, or Vegeta. And for Int, you already have your Extreme Int character. So from here, you just choose the Blue Bros, or if you want, Super Saiyan 4s, and I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's a good team. You can bring Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta if you want. You have Vegeta and Trunks on this team, so you can really bring whoever you want and just make it work. Vegeta and Trunks are the goats, so they'll make it work. They'll make it work. But yeah, so this is a team. This is also a bad team if we get a Extreme Tech character. Remember, Extreme Tech. So he has to get a Super Easy A. He has to get Super Easy A for this team to work. If not, forget about this last team. These 3 teams are the main ones I would recommend. It is gonna be way trickier than it was with the super class missions, because the super class missions just bring your normal team and you're good. Just bring it. You're good. You're good. No need to like think too hard about it. You bring your normal team, bring an STR character, and you clear it. Now these ones are a little more harder. You know, you'd be like, this is gonna work. Like, you have to. This one you really have to deal with damage. The best team is probably gonna be this one up here, just because you have the Broly, and Broly is gonna carry. He's like the festival killer. If you ever come in a rough situation, you just put Broly slot 1, take all attacks, and he's gonna do a bajillion super attacks and kill it. Apart from that, this team, I'm gonna test out right now. Actually, I'm gonna test out right now and see how much Frieza can actually take. Like how much he would take towards the end of it, because I'm not sure how much damage he'd take. I'm not too sure what his stats will be like looking after. I haven't used them yet at all, so I haven't seen that at all. But we're gonna test this out, see how he does, and yeah, we're actually gonna bring an item. We're gonna bring an item. We have support memory. A Wicked Bloodline. Yeah, there we go. Wicked Bloodline. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for the video, guys. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe. We will be covering this when it drops. We'll be trying to clear it. So if you want to see that, subscribe, and peace.